One of the really big selling points for this Armada for me was the fact that there are more cameras than just this 3D option right here. So I'm going to show you a few examples. So if I click the one that is the most furthest to the left, you're going to get a front-facing camera, and you're going to get this other camera on the left that is showing you where your car is located. So you can see exactly where you are driving and what's in front of you. So you can turn this camera on at lower speeds, but it's super helpful when you're in a parking lot or pulling up to a garage. The next one is going to be at looking at your side views. So you see here on the left, that is an actual camera that is looking at the left side of your car. And then this one is looking at the right side of your car with a front-facing camera. So you can, again, slowly navigate the car with this camera on, and you're able to see the sides of your car very clearly. So this is going to be very helpful again. And then we have another option, which is this really expanded, basically like a wide angle camera for the front. And this is helpful if, of course, you are going off-roading and using the car for that particular activity. But now what I can do is I can expand it, and it's going to take control of both screens as I'm driving the car at a lower speed. But you can see here, it is gigantic. It is a really cool feature that you can basically just have all eyes in the front, and you know what you're basically driving the car around. In what particular area where you're at, you can see everything. And then we have another camera view, which is going to be underneath the car. So this is really helpful because it lets you see underneath the car what is there. And again, this is more geared towards off-roading, but it's useful to have. And then the last feature that I do want to call out for the camera option here is that you're able to save a specific location. So let's imagine you're pulling up to the gym that you always go to, and you always want to have the camera turn on. That way you can see how you're parking the car and the proximity to the sidewalk, for example. So there's a button here. If I press it, it's going to go ahead and save the location, which is, again, super helpful to have because the system basically remembers where you want this video footage to appear whenever you get to that particular location. And of course, you have your reverse camera that is going to show you what the back of the car looks like. And again, it's going to show you the relationship to your vehicle and where it's located within the cameras. But here you have a few more options. So then again, I can toggle this particular view, and it's going to show me both sides of the car while I'm backing up, which is super helpful. And then this other view is going to give me a more wide angle top to bottom view. So you can see I get a much better idea of what's behind the vehicle, and I could also zoom in. So if I really need to, basically this is more helpful for when you're towing something and you're connecting it, you can basically just continue to zoom in and leverage the camera there. But yeah, so that's the reverse view of the camera, and it's super helpful. Again, I love the cameras all around for this vehicle. I think it's super helpful, especially because you're driving a really big boxy car.